Hey, yo, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Talk 100 Podcast. On this podcast, we spell talk with the one instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's get into it today. I'm back again. I know my poster is in the way, but I got that. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Got that A'ja Wilson, baby. Four-time MVP. Congratulations to A'ja Wilson on winning another MVP. That's how I'm going to start the podcast off the rip. They say for the boys, just for the girls today. Shout out to A'ja. One about, I think it got announced last week sometime that she had won MVP of the WNBA. This is her fourth MVP. First one in the WNBA to ever do it. She's joined the elite company for both NBA and WNBA on being one of four players to win 4 MVPs before the age of 30. All right, so that is it. That's an amazing accomplishment. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league, has been the best player in the league for a while now. She is the best player. I know everybody gets tied up into Angel Reese and Kayla Clark and all that. They do help bring more eyes into the game. I give you that, but A'ja has been her. She's been it. Okay, A'ja Wilson is her by far. Okay, congratulations again to A'ja. A'ja is a dominant player that I've watched for a good minute now. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I was just sitting here, just willingly watching her college playing days and all that, or really me tuning into the league that much to watch her. Ever since I kind of started my podcast, or really I've had my idea for my podcast about 2 or 3 years ago, I started to watch more sports, just outside of football and basketball that I watch regularly. So, boxing, UFC, women's basketball, and all of this. And so I've been watching for the past 3 years now, faithfully, kind of all sports. A'ja has been dominating. She is her. Okay, A'ja Wilson is the best player on the planet. Okay, for a female, best female on the planet. By far. No question. There's nobody who even comes close. And she's in a class of her own. And, I can't wait to see what she does in the playoffs. I know they tied they're tied at one game apiece with the Fever. I got to see when that game is actually. I think it might be tonight. Let me go check. All right. But I'm back again. What's up, everybody? How y'all been? How's y'all weeks been? I didn't get a chance to film last week. I think some stuff came up a little bit. My daughter's birthday. Happy birthday to Olivia. Her birthday had passed. We had a birthday party at a skating ring. Well, it was a skating ring / bowling alley. But man, went out there. She skated before, but this is my first time seeing her skate, and she was doing well. I think she only fell like once or twice. So she's been on there before, and she does it. She skates. She's amazing at it. Kind of reminded me, it's like I'm looking in the mirror because I used to be young and want to go to skating rings and learn how to skate. And I just wanted to do stuff. If I like doing it and it caught my attention, I want to go try it, and I go do it. And it's kind of cool seeing her. Y'all know, for people who don't know, but my son, XJ, almost about to be 10 years old. He's 9 years old now. Non-verbal autistic. He even got on the skating ring, and he was skating. His legs was all over the place, but he was actually doing pretty good. He was smiling big, and he loved it. Everybody had a good time. So last weekend was kind of dedicated to her and doing all that. And I'll be honest, not gonna lie, I did get a little lazy, and then it was just like, I'll do it next week. But I kept up with my reels, and I kept up with things. I tried to be consistent as much as possible. Okay, I tried. Get off my back. All right. Actually last weekend I had a good time. Actually, it was Friday last week. I actually met up with one of my friends. If y'all are faithful and listen to the show, y'all know that my homie Nick was on episode 26, 28, one of those episodes, and he was sitting and we was chatting it up. We had a good time. I actually met up with him on Friday, and we went to Twin Peaks just to catch up, get a couple of drinks together. We don't really work together like that anymore since I moved back to nights and he's still on day shift. We don't really see each other, so anytime that we can, escape and get some bonding time together, we do it. So I met up with him at Twin Peaks last week, and I was just First of all, I want to say this. Server. Shout out to her name was Jasmine. I don't know her last name. Forgive me. But shout out to Jasmine. Jasmine was an amazing server. Okay, now I know, if you've been to Twin Peaks, you know what they wear and how they're supposed to look. So yes, she was very beautiful, very attractive, I know. But at the same time, she had excellent service. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been times I've been to Twin Peaks, and yes, what they wearing distracts you, but their attitude toward service was just not it. And I wanted a refund because of that. But no, Jasmine was cool as fuck. And so if anybody out there ever in the Austin area, okay, more of the Austin area, but more of the Round Rock, the Twin Peaks that's in Round Rock, go there, ask for Jasmine. She will hook you up, and she's very cool, very nice. She'll try to do deals with you. She was cool. I fucked with Jasmine a lot. Now, I want to tell just a little story time right now about my first time going to Twin Peaks. Like I said, if you don't know what Twin Peaks is a restaurant they have like excellent food. Actually, it was my first time trying their buffalo tenders when we went last week, and those were amazing. Those were fire. I low-key want to give me some today, right? But if you ever been to Twin Peaks, you know that most likely the majority of the servers there are going to be wearing lingerie, or maybe wearing something that's going to be a little bit revealing, right? So before Twin Peaks, all I knew places like that was Hooters, and I've been to Hooters one time, and they had the Hooter shirts, the orange booty shorts, and they all this. But got older. The more older I get, the more I realize that Hooters is more for the chest area, while Twin Peaks is that, but like, they do everything, right? So my first time going to Twin Peaks, I was living in Kansas at the time. I want to say I was either about to get out of college, or I was still fresh. Like I was fresh out of college, or I was still in college for the last couple of months. At the time, my wife, who's my wife now, we was dating at the time, and she like at the time being 18, 19-year-old kids, and even then as 29-year-old man, I'm nice to everybody. I say hey to everybody. I greet everybody the same. She'll tell you like, oh, this just you just hold flirtatious to everybody. Like, no, I'm just nice. I'm not an asshole. And so I talk to everybody, and women, I have greet them. Hey, how you doing? This and that. Talk. I might smile. When I know you women, y'all don't like that. I get it, but I am what I am, and she knows. She knows how I am and all this, but she was actually the one to take me to Twin Peaks, right? So we get there. I never heard this at the time. I never heard of this place, and so we get there. We pull up. I see the sign, Twin Peaks. It's now. I'm like, all right, cool, right? It's me, my wife, a couple of more people was with us, more like family members, right? So we walk in. As soon as we walk in, I guess that week was one of the lingerie weeks. And the first thing I see is like a server walking this way and a server walking back to the back in lingerie. And my first thought was, I am getting set up right now. What is happening? Like, dude, I really thought, like, I started thinking of like, okay, I don't know if somebody works here that I know, or is she gonna ask you this, or is this a test? Why did you bring me? Like, I couldn't even enjoy the first time at Twin Peaks because I was too much thinking of, okay, why did you bring me here? Like, to set me up or what? Like, I'm trying to figure. I need answers. I need answers, and I was not getting those answers fast enough, right? But yeah, it actually turned out to be a good first time experience. We ate good, and we was chilling. Tip came, gave a good tip. Oh, you gave a good tip because see, you brought me here for something. I knew it. But that was my first time being in Twin Peaks, and since then I've been to Twin Peaks multiple times. But yeah, that first time caught me by off guard, and I will tell y'all, I have been like, what the hell? And it's now, like, what I'm saying, at the time when I went, I wasn't a drinker. I would say I wasn't really drinking. So now that I go to Twin Peaks, they have good cheap beers and good cheap shots if you want them. So me and my homie Nick, We got a bunch of appetizers. We split our beers, so he paid for his beers, I paid for my beers. I got a couple of appetizers. He got a couple of appetizers. And I bought us 2 whiskey shots. And I tell y'all, like, I really came out to $60, like $60. That's without the tip. $60 without the tip, or really $50 without the tip. After I drank like 3 things of beers. Had some the thing of shots. It was hella. I ain't gonna lie, I ordered hella food though. I was hungry as hell. And so, yeah, we had all of that, and it was a good time. Again, shout out to Jasmine for being my server at Twin Peaks. I hope this finds you, and I hope you the best, and I hope you are doing well. I will be back to Twin Peaks to visit you, and I'm going to ask, where is Jasmine? Okay. My last episode, I talked about trends that's happening. Trends are crazy. Like I said in my last episode, it's crazy how people can rise and fall because of trends. And so, I'm still on a few trends that I was talking about last time, but I just found one new trend that it's not really a trend. It's just this guy he does his thing, but it's hilarious. All right. Evan Richardson. It's itsdonDada. That's his name on Instagram and on TikTok and all that. It's itsdonDada. But he does his one thing to where it's a song with like Lex Luthor and Juicy J, and it's like you just hear Juicy J just rapping like, these niggas snitching, they on that rat pack. And then it's just, he sits there on the video and says top 3 pains or whatever pain, and it's like what's one I could think of kind of fast? It's like he was like, when you find out you got like a little sore inside your lip, and you open up his lip and saw the sore, and he was like, fine. He turns into a skeleton because he's so dead off of it. Dude, man, this man has me in an absolute chokehold right now. Every video I have seen this man do, I have been crying. Like crying. He's funny. Go check him out. Evan Richardson, a.k.a. itsdonDada on TikTok and Instagram. Y'all would not be disappointed. Y'all going to have a ball watching him. He is hilarious. Okay. All right. Shout out. Big shout out to my uncle Carl Wayne. He was actually just on the news in the local Jackson, Tennessee area, around there, West Tennessee area. He was on the news. He was on the news last week talking about he's a preacher of a church. He's actually going to be celebrating his 118th year as the church has been there. Now of course he hasn't been there for 118 years, but they're celebrating 118 years of the church being there. And like he was going on a thing of like, well, the church has actually been there more than 118 years, and they celebrating this, talking about it really all in all. And man, shout out to you, Uncle Carl, man. I was watching that interview. I loved it. It's funny because like my family, especially the Tennessee side of the family, like they country as hell, right? So it was funny watching my uncle on TV. Cause they country, they real country. It was funny watching him on TV, the way he was talking, the way he was acting. Like I was like, dude, that's the same thing my grandma would be doing. Like the same sentence she would say words she said, the way he low key be putting people out on blast. Definitely my grandma, right? So it was funny and I loved it. But shout out to my Uncle Carl, man, celebrating 118 years. Actually, this upcoming Sunday, I do not want to get this wrong, but I should have watched the video and I should have checked out the church name before this. But the church is in Trenton, Tennessee. I want to say it's Greater Mount Zion Church of God in Christ. Do not quote me on that, but I think so. Go celebrate. Go help my uncle celebrate. Everybody, I know I still got a couple of people that's in the Tennessee area that I know y'all ain't been to church in a while. Hey, if you want to go check out a service this Sunday, go check out my uncle celebrating that 118 years for his church. It's going to be this Sunday, Trenton, Tennessee. Go see the man preach. Love him. Okay, really, to be honest, my other uncle, my Uncle Bobby, St. Luke Church of God in Christ in Bells, Tennessee. Go visit that too if that's closer to you. Both of them, proud of both of them, man. Of course, they've been around my whole life, and And my uncle Bobby, who's in the St. Luke church, he's actually my godfather. So him and his wife, my Aunt Betty, they are my godparents, and I've been around them like my whole life, of course. So when it comes to preaching, man, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat y'all. Like, I really don't go to church like that now. But when I did, and when I was a kid, man, especially my Uncle Bobby, I think he's been doing it a little bit longer. But both of them, man, anytime and my Uncle Stan too, shout out to my Uncle Stan. Anytime that all three of them speak, man, they have that aura of like they speak and you listen. And they speak nothing but truth. They ain't gonna lie to you. They gonna tell you the truth. And so I appreciate all of them. All of them I appreciate them. And shout out to y'all again. Shout out to my Uncle Stan, my Uncle Bobby, St. Luke Church of God in Christ Stand Up. And then shout out to my Uncle Carl, man. Go out there and knock them dead, okay? Go out there and preach that word. Do what you do. I know you're going to do good. I know you're going to look good. Tell everybody I said what's up from my cousins. Down to even if my other aunties show up, my other uncles show up, tell them I said hey and I miss y'all and I love y'all. I will be back to come visit soon. I don't know when soon, but soon. You know, I can get probably an episode at one of the family reunions. Speaking of, man, do y'all remember growing up actually and having to go to family reunions? Family reunions I feel like do anybody even have family reunions anymore? My wife's, her family still does certain things time to time, and they meet up. They try to meet up yearly and do their family reunion. I know that we still do my family still does ours. I just haven't been in a while. But man, family reunions used to be the thing. They used to be the thing, right? Shoot, back then I couldn't wait to go. I couldn't wait for family reunions. And I'm gonna tell y'all how serious mine was. Okay, first of all, my great grandmother, who actually, you can't really see it right here, but on this arm right here, I have my great grandmother's name tatted on my arm. Okay, she died when I was like 13 years old. So like I was close with her. I loved her dearly, and she would tell me stuff and tell me stories, and it was fun, right? But she passed away when I was 13 years old. And so that was my first thought of because my mom, my family was strict now. Like I said, we was in the church back then. So I couldn't get a tattoo till I was 18. So when I first turned 18, that was my first tattoo. So my family and my great grandmother and my great grandfather, okay, rest in peace to both of them. My great grandfather actually passed away before I was born. So I never really got to meet him. But still love them dearly, and rest in peace to both of them. But yeah, they was on something back then because they had 21 children. Okay, and out of 21 children, one of them being my grandmother, out of 21 children, all of those children had a baby. And this is back. We talking about back. My grandmother was born in 1952, and she's closer to the baby. So you can tell, those other ones, how old they are, right? But they had 21 children. Of course, those 21 children in that time having more children, a lot of grandkids, a lot of great grandkids. So I have a lot of cousins and a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was so serious with our family reunion, and our family reunion was just a family reunion. It was called K-Day. Okay, their last name was Kitten. Okay, so K-Day, Kitten Day. When I tell y'all, bro, I still got some of my K-Day shirts that I be wearing. Like, dude, they had a committee. Like, my grandma was one of the people that was in the committee that used to make sure everything was right for it. Who's making the shirts? Who's bringing this food? Who's grilling? What games are we playing? What are we doing this? What's the itinerary? I know on Saturday we got this. What church are we going to go to? We're going to meet at on Sunday. She used to do I'm talking about, we took this serious back in the days. Going to family reunions back in the days was it. Now, I won't lie. For me, of course, I got my cousins, like my cousin Tia. She's around my age, right? But and my twin cousins, they was around my age. But they live, and then my other their little brother, he was a little younger than us, but he still was with us. But they still lived in St. Louis or East St. Louis, And my cousin Tia was she lived mostly not in Memphis but closer to Memphis, right? So one of those outside cities in the Memphis area. So I did now. My cousin Tia, it would be times during the summer. Before I got to high school, it was times in the summer I would go over to her crib and spend a couple of weeks, maybe a month over there. And we was always chatting up. And me and her and my other her little brother, my other cousin Ta1k. Well, I don't want to say Ta1k because he's old. He's older now. I don't know if anybody still call him Ta1k, but we used to always chill and vibe and do stuff together. And I used to go for the summer, go over their crib, and my cousin Carolyn, her mom, is a now solidified eye doctor. She's the one that actually helped me diagnose me and helped me realize that I do have glaucoma. And shout out to Carolyn, love you, girl. And yeah, like I used to, like she been doing, like she was been a eye doctor and all that. So from what the way I look at it now, I understand that situation. Like we're not rich, we just have enough to maintain this nice lifestyle, not only for us but for our kids. That's the way I kind of look at it now, because I'm doing the same thing. I'm not rich, but if you come to my establishment, you might be, oh man, you got big money, this and that. Like, nah, man, I'm just I'm giving this life for my kids. So I thought she was rich. When I was a kid, I ain't gonna lie, thought she was rich as hell. But but I used to go over there time to time. But really, after that, kind of during high school, when I started playing football and she was in band, and I was in band and football too. But like we kind of couldn't spend more time together during the summers because the summers are being taken up by what we're doing, right? So in reality, and then me being the only child, only child on my mom's side, I didn't really have the connection with my cousins like daily. Like I couldn't just go see my cousins after school. I can't just go, hey, I'm bored on a Saturday night, I want to go see I couldn't just really do that. And so it took planning and it took trips, and every once in a while me seeing my cousins, right? Going to East St. Louis and traveling with my grandma and my mom to East St. Louis to go see them and see my cousin. And it was fun. And going to see my cousins here, or traveling, or going after church on Sundays, going to my big mama house, my great grandmother house, and we doing the family reunion committee, and I'm there with all my cousins because they're playing and we're outside, right? So we get all of that. So I really didn't feel like I want to say I had my close cousin. I didn't have a lot of close cousins with me around all the time. Like the ones that was older than me, that's why they all bond together now, because they all grew up together, did things together, went to school together, did club together, this and that. And the ones that are younger, same thing. Yeah, my family reunions was the time I got to see my cousins, right? And so going to my family reunions was always a treat, a privilege, everything, because I was so hyped, like, I get to go see my cousin, and definitely be times after, like I used to see my cousin, and my aunt Sue, and her son, my cousin Robert, and then her daughter Felicia. I used to always chill with them, right, at the family reunions. And then like after family reunions, my mom already knew what time it was. Hey, Mom, can I go spend the night over on Sue's house? Gotta do this, gotta do that. I'm gonna pick you up for church in the morning. All right, bet. Cool, right? We did that all the time. And I miss it, man. I miss it. I tell y'all one thing. A lot of people don't remember their first time, especially if you do cuss a lot of times. A lot of people don't really remember their first time cussing. Okay, now for people who don't cuss, I respect, I get that. But for people who do be cussing, or even sometimes cuss, you don't really remember your first time cussing. But I would tell you one thing you do remember. You kind of remember those first time you did go to family reunions, and you see those cousins that are around your age, and you're like between ages like 9, 10, 11, 12, right there, when you really start knowing what you're talking about, and you find out that your cousin cussed too. Man, that was the best feeling in the world. You be like, wait, you be cussing too? Man, your auntie be motherfucking tripping, man. I'm like, dude, you go crazy. Finding out that your cousin cuss just like you, bro, you be happy. Then you can really have real conversation. That's where the cousin bonds be building. Finding out that you on the same type of demon time that I'm on, man, let's go, man. Fuck this shit. Let's do it. Right? That's why now I'm on my cousin now, man, we lit, drinking, having fun, chilling. Like, I was like, man, y'all be doing the same shit I be doing. And it's so fun, man. Man, shout out to all my family out there. Shout out to all my cousins. I definitely can't wait till I get down to come to another K-Day, man. K-Days, family reunions are just not hit the same, especially after the pandemic. Family reunions have not just hit the same. But, you know, it is what it is. I like to say, though, I tell you another story, too. My Uncle Bobby, the one I was telling you about, my Uncle Bobby, so him and his wife, my Aunt Betty, they were my godparents. So actually, when I was younger, I used to go spend time with them. It was them two, and then their 3 kids, my cousin Ashley, cousin Tiffany, and my cousin Q. And I used to chill with them all the time. I used to go spend a night over their crib, maybe for a weekend, maybe a month. I really remember me going maybe for a week or a weekend. And I used to go down there, and this is back, talking about late 90s, early 2000s, right? So, especially my cousin Ashley, me and my cousin Ashley and Tiffany. You know, Q was Q. He's the oldest, or no, second oldest, but he's the only boy. And, you know, boys will be boys, want to do boy things, so. You know, we hung out, of course, and we still cool to today. We bond, everything. But I was really hanging out with more Tiffany and Ashley all the time. And like when I tell you we hung out so much, we all three of them, I swear to you, all 3 of us, and to this day, quote every Rugrats movie. We used to watch the Rugrats movies like it was going out of style. Like every night we was watching it, right? I used to love going to their house because they was always lit and chilling, having a good time. And but I tell you one thing I did not like doing going. And it's funny because anytime I see either Ashley or Tiffany, bro, we talk about this like it's no tomorrow. Right? So like I said, this is back in the 90s, early 2000s. And my Uncle Bobby, who is a preacher, you know, live by the book, die by the book. You know, so it's certain rules and certain things you can't do. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this story I'm about to tell y'all is the reason I'll be low key jealous of all the grandkids he has now, from Quaylen to TJ to Ashton now to everybody he got in there, and even his youngest son now, Keelan. I'm jealous of them because they don't get that same treatment that we got. I be looking at them getting spoiled by my Uncle Bobby and Aunt Betty. Where's this at when I was their age? Don't know. But anyway, man, I remember one time, this always happened when we went out, but at the same time, it's just like a vivid memory right now. Anytime that we used to go out to a restaurant, okay, he don't really trip, my Uncle Bobby didn't really trip about what you ordered to drink, but he's going to kind of encourage you, water, sweet tea. If your stomach hurts, you can get a Sprite. But we really couldn't drink soda, only water, sweet tea, and like Sprite. But really just water and sweet tea. Right? Order your drinks. Dude, this is what trips me out. Waitress come out there, or waiter come out there, brings out the drinks. Right? We were not allowed to touch the drink until the food came. So you talking about, I'm sitting there, cotton mouth probably, thirsty. Man, I probably wasn't even really thirsty. The fact that I couldn't have the drink, I wanted the drink. I just wanted it. And so, sitting there thirsty, mouth dry, and I'm just looking like, you just see, you know, the condensation, but it looks like the sweat just going on the glass like that. And I'm just like, bro, why can't I drink this right now? And you talk about as soon as my food came, I'm down in that drink. And guess what? You can't get another one when you're finished. Man, now I got to eat this food. My mouth going to be real dry. My mouth gonna taste like macaroni and cheese for the next 3 hours because I can't drink nothing. Or I can drink some water later. This is big. Hey yo, for real, bro. Go ask my cousin. If anybody out there like go and that knows me and my family, go ask my cousins, Ash and Tiffany, and they'll tell you. Ask Q too. He was there with us. He know. That's man. Those are fun memories, and I I look at it now because it was funny because I looked at how my kids, Olivia and XJ, how we went to a restaurant not too long ago, and the first thing they did, I ordered them some Sprites. First thing they did was kill the Sprites, and I was just looking, and they both had 2 Sprites apiece before the food came, and I started thinking like, man, I remember when I couldn't even drink my drink before the food came. And that's what made me think about that. That was funny. Now it's funny. Back then I was super livid, but now it's hilarious to me. Okay. Hilarious. And I can't wait to see them. We're going to talk about that story again. All right. Speaking of my kids, my daughter, Olivia, it was her birthday last week. She turned 7. She's in year 2 of cheerleading. Her cheer coach actually, shout out to Coach Tay. Her cheer coach actually saw my wife in the stands. She was like, hey, Risha, I need her in competition. Well, and it's good that Olivia has somebody that notice her that just notice her. I mean, of course, that's her cheer coach, but a lot of times, even when you're coaching or whatever you're doing, people are under you, and you're responsible for people. Sometimes you can get too many people that, you overlook maybe good talent, or you overlook this and that. The fact that she constantly sees my daughter calls out cheers, she does this, she's on the front of the line, and she does a lot. And so I appreciate that. And the fact that she really was like, I need her in competition, it made me feel good a little bit. But let me tell y'all something. She just turned 7 years old. This is around the time now to where now I'm not abusive. I'm not whooping my children. But, I give them a little tap on the butt. Hey, calm down. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And now she's older. My son is older. And now their time, like my daughter's TikTok and YouTube fiend. And she bees on tablets and phones all day, just like my son. Tablets and phones all day. YouTube, well, really for my son, it's YouTube. But my daughter, YouTube and TikTok. She'll make a TikTok. She'll watch TikToks. Do all this. First of all, be careful. Always look after your kids when they're doing stuff like that. It's all fun and games, but you don't want to, find some bullshit with it. But, yeah, she is always into that. YouTube, TikTok, all of this, watching videos, trying to do trends and create trends, do dances. I done did a couple of dances with her. Okay. So she's at that point of her life. And so as a parent, this is my first time doing this because with my son being nonverbal autistic, I can't really punish him for certain things just because of his condition. Now, it's times to where I know he knows what he's doing, but I can't really punish him harshly, right? But my daughter Olivia sat there and watched her little friends in our front yard like dig up a big mud hole in our front yard. Talk about livid. And I just wanted to be like, I'll just smack the shit out of you because you sat there and watched them do this. And first thing she said, I didn't do it. You watched them do it. So you basically did it. You sat there and watched them. So after kind of coming in the house and calming down for 20 minutes, I did something. I grounded my child for the first time last week. During her birthday week now, I grounded her. This is 4 days before her birthday. Grounded her. Told her straight like this. Look, man, you sat there and watched your friends dig a hole in my yard. Everybody in this house is going to sit here and watch you suffer this week. You don't get no phone. You don't get no tablet, no TV, no nothing. I don't care. I don't even want you picking up stuff to start with a T that look like TikTok. Nothing. Or a Y that look like YouTube. Nothing. You get nothing this week. Because why would you do that? And, she does the frown face. She starts to cry, this and that. And after I told her all this, and I said, just now go sit down and just chill. And she's sitting down, man. I ran to my room and I texted my brother, like, man, I just grounded Libby for the first time. He was like, damn, you sad? Like, we was going, I was like, it's parents, let me know. How did you feel grounded? I mean, it's some parents now that after that first, I feel like after that, it's like anything. After that first time, now you really don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just like second nature at that point, right? But I felt like, wow, like I didn't know how to feel. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. I did not know how to feel, to be honest. Like I didn't. It ain't like I just felt bad, but it's just like, damn. Like I went back to my kid days. Like, damn. Like when I got grounded, yeah, I can go outside. I can get on the video game. I couldn't do nothing. Man, you talk about sick. Stomach in my ass. Sick. So I just knew she was sick, and I kind of felt that pain for a little bit. But let me know, parents, how was it for y'all grounding your kids for the first time? Mine was crazy. It was a crazy experience. Now, being grounded back then is different from now. I just literally told her she can't have no entertainment, no YouTube, no TikTok, no nothing, no TV. Now, the crazy thing is, she was allowed to go outside. I mean, I said, yeah, go outside, but you just can't do any technology, which is crazy because that's now versus back then where I couldn't go outside. I wanted to be, if it wasn't now, I feel like I grew up in one of the perfect eras. Like, if I didn't feel like going outside, which that was never really a thing. The only reason I didn't feel like going outside if I was really too sick or if I just like was not feeling it. But most of the time I was always outside. And if it's raining or whatever outside, we have video games inside, right? So when I got grounded back then, I couldn't go outside. I couldn't play the video. I couldn't even have my video game in my room. Whatever. I really didn't have phones, so none of that anyway. We didn't have tablets or laptops. Like, we had laptops, but we didn't really have them like that. So the family computer, the whole desktop computer, couldn't get on that. I couldn't do anything but sit there and watch my mom watch Grey's Anatomy on Thursdays and sit there and cook dinner and be in there watching her cook. That's how I know how to cook. I was most times I was grounded. I was in there watching her cook. But man, I thinking about it now, like, man, I just told her she can't really get on technology. I don't even know why I feel bad. Like, when I was getting grounded, first of all, I got a whooping. Then I got grounded. A double whammy. Got my ass whooped. Then turn around, no video game. You can't go outside, this and that, man. And you know what? The look on her face when I said you can't do anything technology, that was the same look when my mom said you can't go outside. You talk about, like I said, stomach in my ass, man. I was sick. I hate it here. I don't want to be here. This shit sucks. Oh, man. So, man, that was good memories, fond memories. That was good. But no, she's good now. One thing I did say to her too, I was like, "You lucky that I'm paying for cheerleading, because if I wasn't, you wouldn't be doing that too this week." Man, I ain't gonna lie, I was snapping. I was mad. I ain't gonna cap. But it is what it is. Everything's good. That's definitely not my first time that I'm gonna be grounding her. I can tell you now. The way Olivia acts, I know for a fact. All right. It's getting towards that time of the year where it's going to be feeling good outside. If you guys have one, set up a projector outside and watch some movies, watch the games outside, enjoy nature. Okay, it's still a little hot, but when the nighttime rolls in, it cools off a lot more than it did a couple of months ago or a month ago. All right, so enjoy outside, enjoy nature for the next month and a half until the cold fronts hit. But yeah, go outside and watch some movies and watch some games and have fun doing that. One movie I would suggest, just talking about this movie not too long ago, and I can't wait to actually go watch it again. All right, hold on. And if you guys, I definitely say check on Amazon or whatever and get you those big screens. Anybody who doesn't really know projectors, get the 100-foot screen, or at least the 100 or the 150. I know the literal ones are better, cause better storage and all this, but the bigger screen makes it look more like a movie theater. Trust me. All right, so one movie that I definitely love, and I love to this day, and I can watch it over and over again. I haven't watched it in a while, but that's why I want to watch it soon, and I want to watch it outside, probably. But have a movie night and watch it. The movie Looper. If you never heard of the movie Looper, it was made in 2012. It's like a sci-fi action type movie. It's about 2 hours long. Perfect movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in it. Bruce Willis is in it. Emily Blunt. Okay, it had a good little cast in that movie. But Looper basically is about a guy who I can't remember the year that they was set in. It was made in 2012, but like the year. Okay, so in the year. Okay, so I guess the movie starts off in the year 2044. Okay, so basically, it's in the future. It's a movie that's in the future. We're talking about 2040s, 2070s type deal. So basically, what happens is, you got a certain amount of people that work for this system, and what happens is time travel has been invented, right? And so a lot of people was using kind of time travel for evil shit, and so basically created this system to where you basically like I don't know how to explain it, but you basically are killing other loopers. Okay, basically what you do is you got a set thing, you got a set time that you got to be at this place. You hold a gun, you're sitting there ready, and then a dude is just gonna pop up out of thin air and you shoot him. Okay, and he's one of the guys from the future. So what happens is you're shooting all these random guys, and you get I think silver bars. All right, you get those silver bars; those are your currency. So you go and turn those in, and you get paid, and you get money. So it's an honest living, a good honest living. Well, at some point in time, you are going to have to retire from being a looper. All right, and the thing is, when when they show up and you kill them, they pop up and you have to automatically right away shoot them, and they got a bag over their head. And then that's when you take the bag off and you make sure it's not you, because when you as a looper, you shoot your future self and you kill your future self, and you get a set of gold bars. Gold bars, that means that's enough for you to go do what you want, go retire. Now, in this case, Bruce Willis, actually, it wasn't really just Bruce Willis. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was actually the main character, but he was the younger version of the Bruce Willis character. So Bruce Willis, after he did all that. Basically, he saw his future after he killed himself. He did all this, right? He living his life. He's robbing. He's killing. He's doing all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? At this point, man, you got your gold bars. You really can go do what you want to. So he was just doing some wild shit. Met this chick, fell in love, and he was just like, "Man, I don't want to go through this anymore." And the thing is, the day that you're gonna go back and be killed, and they come and get you. These people come and get you, and they tie you up and do the whole thing. Well, fall in love. He don't want to be killed anymore. So before they send him back, he smacks them boys around. He gets in the time traveling machine, goes back in time with no hood, and he's looking at him. And the younger him was like, "The fuck." Like, first of all, I don't see people without the hood on. That's already a fucked up situation. And you look like me. And right, so basically, throughout the movie, he's trying to find the is it Rainmaker or Peacemaker? I can't remember, but the Rainmaker or the Peacemaker, and he's trying to basically kill him. Which at the time it's a little kid, and so Bruce Willis is trying to kill this little kid, while Joseph Gordon-Levitt is over here trying to like, hell no, you're not about to. This is a kid. Well, he's the Rainmaker or the Peacemaker. fuck that. You know what I'm saying? They go back and forth, and then it ends how it ends. I won't tell y'all the ending, but it's a good movie. I suggest that y'all go watch. The movie's called Looper. I know there was a horrible explanation, very horrible explanation, but go watch it and you will see how good it is for yourself. Okay, my first time watching it, I thought it was one of the best movies I've ever watched. It is still one of the best movies I have ever watched. Shout out to Bruce Willis, who is kind of a little bit going through it right now, but that's one of my favorite actors, bro. And it was a good movie. Go check that out. Okay. I'm gonna call a couple games, college football games. Before I do that, I just want to talk to y'all just a small bit about something. People have mixed reactions. People who are fans of them, of course, they're taking up for them. People who are playing against them hate them. Philadelphia Eagles. Everybody is talking about the tush push. Now, I want to say this. This is my thing on the tush push. Now, I heard somebody say that after the Eagles played the Chiefs and they basically did the tush push a good amount of times and was working every time. One guy who was actually a Philly fan was talking about, man, they're going to ban the tush push, especially after the Kansas City game. Just look how we made Kansas City look. Talking about that. I have mixed emotions about the tush push. And really, it's not because of the Eagles doing it. Because this is what I think about it. I love the tush push. Keep it going. Matter of fact, Titans, why the fuck have y'all not thought about doing it? Anybody else? Why have y'all not thought about doing the tush push? Just saying. They do it. It's legal. It's a copycat league, right? Basketball and football, copycat league. Copycat it. If you can't beat them, join them. I bet you if everybody around the league start doing it, then they'll be like, man, I'm tired of doing it. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of going against it. Let's just get rid of it, right? I'm all for it. This is the only problem I have with it. Tush push is probably one of the most dangerous plays when it comes to those linemen, defensive and offensive linemen. Straight head first, close as hell, right? The NFL has changed so many rules for player safety, from changing the kickoffs. I really don't like that new kickoff format. I don't. Okay? Changing the kickoffs to be less dangerous. You can wear the Guardians on your helmet to be less dangerous. The way that targeting is called now, or unnecessary roughness is called now, is diabolical. Roughing the passer calls, I can't stand them. And we change all that for player safety, but the tush push is allowed. Most dangerous play in football right now, and that's allowed. That's the only reason I don't like the tush push. I swear, that's the only reason. Other than that, go for it. It worked, so why not do it? People are really, I tell y'all, a lot of people are mad because the tush push works so good, and you can't stop it. When you can't stop something, you get frustrated. You get pissed off, and then you start looking for little shit. You start talking shit. No, tush push is a great play. It's smart as shit. It's just, I just don't like the fact of y'all taking away aspects of the game in other areas to be safe, but then you allow the tush push. It is what it is. That's just what I think about it. That's just how I feel. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Should the tush push be banned? Do you like the tush push? Are you a Philly fan and you saying fuck what everybody's saying? Tush push is here to stay. Let me know in the comment section. All right. Going back to calling some of these games. Let me call some of these games. Okay, where we at? There we go. All right. Saturday. We got a lot of games going on. Okay, first of all, we're going to start with the noon game. It's going to be USC, ranked USC 21. Is going to travel to Illinois to play Illinois, who is ranked number 23, at noon, 11 o'clock a.m. Central. I think is Lincoln Riley still the coach of USC? I think he needs a good signature win. He hasn't really had a signature win in a while. I'm pulling out for USC to go to Illinois and upset Illinois in Illinois, even though it really wouldn't be an upset, but an away game would be an upset. Okay. Then we have a game at 2:30. 2:30 is going to be LSU traveling to Ole Miss to play Ole Miss. This has been a crazy season for the SEC. A lot of teams are good, and a lot of your teams that used to didn't be good are good now. Like Vanderbilt's ranked number 18. Like, it's crazy as hell. When I was growing up, Vanderbilt was trash. I mean, trash. Yeah, LSU versus Ole Miss in Ole Miss. It's not like I'm an Ole Miss fan. I just went to their camp, and I was close to going to Ole Miss, so I still watch them to this day. And my defensive line coach, shout out Coach Van, he went to Ole Miss. I'm sorry, Coach, but I got to go LSU. I think LSU is going to come into Ole Miss, and they're going to beat Ole Miss at Ole Miss on Saturday. Okay. We got low key. Oh, before I call those two games, BYU, a late game. BYU travels to Colorado for a Alamo Bowl rematch in Colorado. BYU is ranked number 25. Colorado is not ranked. Common sense tells you that BYU is probably going to stomp Colorado again, especially Colorado defense has not changed, and I don't know how their team is set up. I don't really have a ton of confidence, but you know what? This is the game I say underdog story. Colorado will pull out this victory versus BYU in Colorado, and that game is going to be a late game. Can't wait to watch that. All right, 2 games of the night. 2 of those night games. We got first one I'm going to talk about, we got Alabama versus Georgia. Alabama is traveling all the way to Georgia to play Georgia. This is going to be a tough game for Alabama. Alabama has not looked good at all this year. They're ranked 17. Georgia, believe it or not, has not looked up to par as well, but they're ranked 5 and they're undefeated. Like I said, game is in Georgia. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't really stand both of these teams. I don't like Alabama. I hate Georgia with a passion. Fuck it, I'm going upset again. Alabama is going to go in to Georgia and defeat Georgia on their home turf. Ty Simpson, I need you to pull this out for the boys, all right? For the boys. West Tennessee, stand up. Need you to go in to Georgia, whoop that ass, and let's go home. Alabama will take this game in Georgia. Let's say 35-32. 35-32. That's what this final score is going to be. All right, and the game of the night that I'm going to be watching, of course, if you know me, I'm a huge Oregon fan. Oregon travels to Penn State to play Penn State. Now, before anybody starts talking shit, yes, Penn State does look good this year. I'm not going to cap to you. They look real good. Oregon, we look good versus Oklahoma State. We kind of look shaky versus Northwestern. And Oregon State, it is what it is. But it's time to lock the fuck in on this game. I'm going Oregon, of course. I don't know. I'm not thinking about that. But what I'm thinking about most likely is Oregon's going to win this game. But I wouldn't mind taking a loss because I'd rather get my loss right here, and then it helps build our character and build us and ready to go for the rest of the season. Because if y'all know, last year, went undefeated, even beat Ohio State in the regular season, got to the playoffs, Ohio State put it on. I don't even think we got off the bus. We was getting our ass whooped. We were getting our ass whooped that game. But I got Oregon winning that game in Penn State, even though I wouldn't be mad at a loss, to be honest. All right. And now for the NFL. We had a good game last night. Division game. We got Titans traveling to Houston to play the Texans. I was actually supposed to go to that game, but some things happened. Not going, but I am going to be watching, of course. I love my Titans, but I don't see us winning versus the Texans. I don't see us winning a game for a minute. Like I don't know if something got to turn around. I'm kind of joining. I got my foot. I ain't gonna even say foot. I got half of my body on that Fire Brian Callahan train. I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate when people judge too early and try to talk because we only in week. What we in week 4 now? We in week 4, bro. Like we got 18 weeks, so we got 14 more weeks of the football season. anything can happen. We can get on the win streak. We can do this. But at the same time, it's just look back, bro. It's like you continuously doing the same thing you did last year that got us to a 3-win season. And I don't like it. I don't want to go through this again. This is not what I signed up for. But Texas will take that game versus the Titans. All right, a good game that I think should be the night game, but it is what it is. Eagles travel to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Okay, both teams are 3-0, so somebody's got to take a loss here. Eagles, like I said, they look good. The tush push is going to be crazy, right? But with the tush push on that Buccaneers defense, they got that big man, Vita Vea, on the other side, and that's a big man. That's a big man. Okay, so for the boys, man, I'm going for Baker Mayfield. I hope the Bucs pull it out against the Eagles. Yes, it might sound like I'm an Eagles hater, but I'm not. I'm just going for the Bucs. Okay, I think they're going to pull out this game. All right, afternoon game. We got the Ravens. Baltimore Ravens are traveling down to the Kansas City, Missouri, to play the Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs this year is a different team. So I think they're going to struggle hard these first 6 to 7 weeks. And they're not going to be like 1-6 or nothing. But they probably going to go what is week 4? So they're probably going to go 1-3 after this week. I got the Ravens being pissed off that they just lost last week, coming into the Chiefs Kingdom and beating Chiefs in Kansas City. And of course, it's going to strike some questions. And everybody's going to ask about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Or are they going to break up? Or does Andy Reid deserve to be fired? And all of that's going to happen. But I got the Ravens coming into Kansas City and beating the Chiefs. Okay. Sunday night game. Sunday night game is going to be a treat. Okay. Now, I did complain about why the Buccaneers and the Eagles not the night game. But this is a night game for the ages because Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers. Micah Parsons come back to Dallas to play the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday night. I got a favor to ask. For every Cowboys fan that's in attendance in that game that can see Jerry Jones, for every sack that Micah Parsons get, I want y'all to just do that because you did that. And Micah Parsons is about to go crazy. Packers are they might destroy the Cowboys. Packers are beating the Cowboys on Sunday night. All right, 2 Monday night games. Jets, Dolphins. That is a divisional game. Game is in Miami. Everybody's still questioning Mike McDaniel. I don't know. And I ain't going to lie. Everybody questioning Mike McDaniel. The Jets have had great games. They just cannot, except that second game. They just lost that game. But the other 2 games was close. And they just happen to lose those games. So they need a win. Dolphins need a win. Mike McDaniels definitely need a win. I want Coach Glenn to get his first win, man. And I'm going Jets. Jets are going to go to Miami and beat the Dolphins. Even though I think Dolphins are more talented, I got Jets going in there and beating the Dolphins. And for the last game, we got Bengals and Broncos. Monday night is the second game of the doubleheader in Denver. Broncos are winning that game. It's nothing. I mean, Joe Burrow's not playing. Browning is okay, but you're not okay enough to go win on a primetime game on Monday night in Denver. You're not doing that. Okay. Actually, I'll call one more game. We got next Thursday. We got a division game. 49ers versus the Rams. Okay, in Los Angeles. That's going to be a great game for sure. Backup quarterback for the 49ers, so it's going to be tough. And LA's at home. I got Rams. Rams are going to beat the 49ers on Thursday night. And Puka Nacua is him. That is a good team. The Rams are my sneaky team to probably go to the Super Bowl. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me again on another episode of Talk on the Podcast. Y'all already know who I am. I am Zay for Life, and Zay for Life is out.